Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the DC Direct Batman Arkham City Series 2, The Riddler. The character designs in Batman Arkham City video game lend themselves very well to action figures, and DC Direct has been producing some of the best looking figures from the Batman Arkham video games. So let's take a look at this figure from Series 2, The Riddler. Now, the Riddler comes in the same style clamshell packaging that we've seen all of DC Direct's Arkham figures come in, featuring a blister bubble that is shaped like Batman's head. The backdrop behind the figure features some really cool scenery of Arkham City. And then the back of that box shows off some of the other figures available in the second series of the Arkham City toy line. Now, DC Direct is always well known for making action figures that are much more collector-friendly. They focus a lot more on the sculpt of a figure rather than the playability of one. Riddler here does feature a really nice sculpt, capturing the look of the character from the video game. Taking a look at the face sculpt, it's really wretched. He's got this really crazy grimace on his face, and upon looking at it, while it's a good sculpt, I did think that there was something kind of off about this. First of all, I was thinking that he might have looked a little bit better if he had more of a smile or a smirk on his face rather than an angry sneer. But then it dawned on me exactly what was off about this figure. He's missing his glasses. In the Arkham City video game, Riddler was always seen wearing glasses, and I think the fact that they're missing on this figure really throws off the overall look. It's something I really wish was included. Now, the bowler hat on his head is removable, so you can pop that off to see the sculpt of his wild and crazy hair underneath. The hat just fits nice and snug on top of his head, so once you kind of fit it on there, you don't really have to worry about it falling off too bad, at least not on mine. Now, the overall look of his outfit is really nice. He's wearing the green suit with purple outlines there and a nice purple checkered tie. The question marks are adorned all over the actual jacket itself with a large question mark on the back. And even the purple fingerless gloves on his hands have question marks on both the outside and the palm of his hand, which is really cool. The paint job on the figure is really nice, with some really cool shading on the actual figure there, especially on the suit that kind of brings out the folds and the wrinkles. Everything looks really nice as far as that goes. Now, as I already mentioned, DC Direct usually focuses on the collectability and not necessarily the playability, which means the articulation on the figure is not going to be up to par with something such as the Mattel figures. So for articulation, here's what we got. Riddler's head is able to turn left and right and slightly up and down. He does have ball hinge type joints at the shoulders, allowing for his arms to move up to his side but no higher than that, and then forward and backward. Single joints at the elbows as well as a swivel right above the elbow and then swivels at the wrists. He has no articulation in the torso or the waist, so he is completely static as far as that goes. His legs have the standard DC Direct T-crotch, which allow the legs only to move forward and backward, and then he has single joints in the knees and no articulation as far as the ankles go, but he does have a boot swivel. Now, one of the things that is totally missing in this figure and a lot of the figures with Series 2 is the figure stand. All of the Arkham Asylum figures included a round figure stand, but for some reason that has been cut from most of the Arkham City figures, and I think that was a mistake, because with the minimal articulation in the ankles and such, it would have been nice to have a figure stand to help keep Riddler up. Now, the final accessory Riddler comes with is his cane, with the question mark right there on top. It's a very nice looking piece, again with some more wash on there for shading and detail. The problem here is that the cane is made of a really brittle plastic, and his hand that is meant to hold it is also made of a very hard plastic. So it's kind of hard to squeeze the cane into his hand, and I do fear that if you pushed a little too hard, you might snap that cane in half. So take some serious care when getting the cane into his hand. But once you've got it in there, it does look really nice, and you can get some really cool poses with Riddler holding onto that cane, as it really completes the overall look of the figure. So overall, I am pretty happy with the Riddler figure. My minor gripes would be that I probably would have changed the face sculpt just a little bit for more of a smirk, and I definitely would have included the glasses. The lack of glasses really does throw off the overall look. But the sculpt itself is still nice, the paint job is great, and it is still a really nice Riddler action figure. It's really cool putting together with the other figures you already have from the Arkham City or Arkham Asylum lines, because we are building up one heck of a cool looking Rouges Gallery for your Batman shelf. The Batman Arkham City Series 2 Riddler figure is available now. But if you don't want to do any hunting for him, why not head over to www.bigbadtoystore.com to check out their selection of DC Direct Arkham City figures and all of the other great items they have for sale. Until next time,